Well, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another week with Fathers Who Care. Of course, it is always our pleasure here to come to you each week. We want to first give a good shout out to CAN TV, to our main man Amari, to David, to Sylvia, to all of those in CAN TV Hotline 21, and to the administration for keeping allowing us and our young people to have this forum to come out and address some of the issues and concerns that are impacting our community. I'm going to introduce to you our guest in a minute, who's really not a guest. She's coming on anytime she get a chance. She told me, she said, I tried to get her on a week or two ago. She said, listen, I'm in school. I won't get it won't be spring breaking for a couple of weeks, but let me get to spring break. I got you. Because I really wanted to bring Beauty on to talk about the work that she's doing in the community. When you talk about a community activist extraordinaire, this is Beauty. When you're talking about a person who has a heart for the people, this is Beauty. When you're talking about some who have been through the strikes of this world, the strives of this world, the ups and downs, the challenges of this world, but came out still trusting God and still doing the good work and have committed herself to working for the least of us, that's Beauty. And you'll hear that in her energy when she comes on. But I want you to know tonight, this show, we're dedicating this show on how we can encourage and motivate more of you, particularly our young people, but more you elders who got set in your ways. We want to motivate you to be more actively involved in your community. And so we're going to talk specifically on how we can get more of you to be more civically minded and engaged in the community. Remember, we can't do it all by ourselves. God bless you for those who are laboring out there in the vineyard. Beauty, God bless you. Donald, Hatch, all of you, Acri, Si, all of us that are out here laboring day by day by day by day. Look, it may look good, it may look easy, but it ain't easy. Trust me.
It truly is.
We have to get up every day and pray for strength to get out there into the field to do the work that we do, because we get tired too. All right? And the word tells us to them that much is given, much is required. So we're asking that you would continue to pray for us as we pray for you, that we can continue to do the work collectively to change what we're going on in our community. And I want to take that opportunity to let you know that on, I think I'm going to do it now, Beauty, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
I'm going to do one of these things here. I think this would do one here. We're going to go over that right quick, and we're going to talk about what we got coming up, and then I'm going to come back to Beauty. On the 28th, Beauty, you got one on the 22nd and the 24th, these two events.
Right.
So, but on the 28th, we're having our third community and police town hall meeting with the superintendent, Chief Cato, the elected officials up at the top. Who's this? This is Andrea Christian of COPA, and new commander of CAPS at the superintendent's office, Galen Caldwell. And then we got other guests coming out that we're going to be encouraging, and we're going to be targeting this particular event, the Town Hall Meeting 3, for young people.
Right.
So we're encouraging those of you who have young people in your organizations to bring them out, because this particular time we're going to let the law enforcement, the rank and file, hear from the young people.
So we're talking about all of you all that have those mentors.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a mentor, bring your mentee. Let them see what this is about.
And
let
what you about, right?
Let them learn about how to engage with the police.
Well, I gotta
and
get
let them know they not scary.
Stop, Beauty. I'm going to have to get this show started, because, see, I got a co-host tonight.
It's not start. We just keeping it real right here, because you have to reach the mentors so they can reach their mentees, and we need this done.
Let me introduce you first, Beauty. Because, see, I love the energy. I wouldn't accept nothing less than the energy you have now. So I want to go ahead and get this show going, so that when you come on in here and talk about all the good stuff you're doing at HSI and what you're doing in the community, what you're doing to erase evictions from your record, what you're doing with mental health, what you're doing with community outreach, what you're doing with the initiative to address voting and food disparities, health and disparities, trying to engage young people to vote, to understand the importance of voting, trying to get folks to understand that there's opportunities for some time to do some work in as judges and or other
the precinct captains
and
all that.
Yeah, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's opportunity. But also we want to tell you all that we're so proud to say that we still have our internship program going on with the young people, that we are paying young people $125 every week for 6 weeks in our cohorts to train them on job readiness skills, mock interviewing, how to apply for jobs, how to dress for success, all that good stuff.
Can I come over there too?
Always. You know you can.
Man.
You can come over there anytime you want to train and empower some of these young folks at will.
I got you.
And I thank you so much for bringing Mac to us, which we know Mac for years. You brought Mac to the table with us, and we addressed with some the first time that these young people ever heard about mental illness and mental health.
Well, it's been my pleasure because I know too many people that suffer from it and don't know they suffer.
Yeah, so I guess you know by now, this is one of my sisters in the field and one of my sisters who do the work for the Lord. But she also has a job that affords her to do something that she loves, not having a job that she's working just to get paid. She has a job that she's doing because she loves the work that the job gives her to do because it's her calling and her passion. But this is Beauty Arbutus.
Arbutus.
That's it. Arbutus Beauty Winfrey. I call her Beauty. Most of us call her Beauty. Her government name that's on her check is Arbutus.
That's it.
And that's who only one calls her that unless you're cutting a check. So we calling you Beauty.
That's it.
So
Don't get me wrong. I ain't scared to sign my name on no check. Come on with it.
So with that being said, you know we love you, my sister. You know we go way back in our work.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time that if you don't want nobody, if you don't want someone who's really compassionate about the work in the community, leave Beauty alone. I guess because Beauty is strictly committed to the work in the community. People may take your smiles and your laughter for a joke, but you are dead serious about the work. And you know, our circle of people that we deal with, we try our best to make sure folks that are in our circles echo the same sentiments. So we don't have to be guarded, right? So we're always praying.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, we're always praying for like-minded people that the Lord sent our way. But occasionally, sometimes we get some who come in.
Well, it's always one right apple in the bunch.
Yeah, so
you can't get all perfect people. It ain't,
but,
God broke the mold after me, Reverend Jones.
But then that's good to have them too, because it gives us an opportunity to empower some folks who may not know what it really means to be part of a team.
Right.
So we don't take it as no ill.
But you also learn from them too. Because I think my best learning experiences is from those people that stab me in my back and still say, hey, sister, I love you. I love you too, baby.
So we're on the road, Beauty. So what I want to do right now is thank you again for tuning in to Fathers Who Care. It is always our pleasure to come to you each week along with our youth council members, trying to empower you all, trying to engage you all, trying to let you know that in spite of what you think is going on in the land, and it is a lot going on in the land, there are some of us who are out here who are still laboring for righteousness' sake. It is plenty of us out here who really believe that we have been called to do the work that we do, and that's why we do it. So I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce you all to Beauty. Of course, we already went through the preliminaries of who she is, where she's from, and more of that good stuff. But I want to know particularly not the working Beauty, not the Beauty that got so many things going on in your own lives with the church and with the job and all that stuff. What is the personal? Who is the personal person? Beauty. Who is Beauty?
You know what? They asked me to put down in this training I was in. They asked me to give 3 words to describe myself. I said I'm loving, I'm friendly, and a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at Beauty, you look at somebody that came from the south side of Chicago, broken, and just didn't know nothing. Just thought I knew everything. And as I grew away from bad relationships, as we say, I got to learn who Beauty was. A strong individual, a loving individual, one that would go to bat for her friends. And I say that because not everybody is your friend, and I learned that when I was on the streets. Those same people that I hung out with and gave my last $2 to was the main persons that stabbed me in my back. So my lovingness comes from God holding me down in spite of all the wrongdoings.
Mm-hmm. Well, Beauty, I believe that God has called you for this season to do this work. And I tell some friends and people that I encounter all the time that to everything there's a season. It's a season for folks to come together and a season for folks to disappear. All right?
Oh.
You know, some folks have to leave, and when it's time for you to leave, it's all good. Bye. All right? Because your season is off, as y'all said. Deuces, right?
That's it.
And I think y'all made another one. Period. All right? I heard that one from y'all young people, too. But anyway, Beauty, so tell me.
We stamped it and put it in the envelope so it can go bye-bye.
Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye. So, look, I'm going to talk to you specifically about a few things tonight. I got a few questions that I want to share with you. Normally, we would have the hotline open right now, but now they got us on these earpieces right now. They're working on some of these technical difficulties. As we used to hear it out the television,
Right.
Immediately, now we have to wear these earphones, and then it's a delay in them.
Okay.
So, but before we can get to talk to you on another question, so it's kind of confusing.
Okay.
So we'll just take it from here through Facebook Live, and we'll take it through the television show, and we'll also be on YouTube and other stuff. But thank you all for tuning in on Facebook.
So if y'all got any questions, don't feel free to type it on there. We get to
Yeah,
you.
type it in the chat room on Facebook, and we'll answer your questions off the chat and Facebook Walter Jones, and we can get your questions and share with Beauty. So Beauty, what is Habilitative Systems Inc., and what services and intervention do you all provide to folks on the west side of Chicago?
Well, let me stop you right there. Habilitative Systems is based on the west side, but we have 2 locations because we're in Inglewood as well. But we are a mental health facility, and we deal with substance abuse, reentry, and mental health. And with that, the mental health part is the part that really made me want to be in this company, because a lot of people don't believe mental health is an issue, but it is. I was one until I started noticing, what generational things happening. My mother was a depressed woman. I was a depressed woman.
We call those generational curses.
Thank you. Generation. I couldn't get it out.
Yes,
Thank you.
I got your back.
I know you do. That's why I'm here. Generational curses. My mother went from being depressed to me being depressed, and because of my depression, I led to drugs. I didn't realize how much of my drug use affected my children. And so now my children are suffering from what I did. And then one day it just struck me. Well, not one day it struck me. One day God struck me. He hit me in the back of my head and said, Beauty, wake up.
Right.
It's time for you to get yourself together. You need to show your kids it's okay to seek help. It's okay to ask somebody to give you directions, because you don't know everything.
Right.
And because I don't know everything, I don't mind going and talking on the couch. I don't mean I lay on the couch, but I do talk. I had a telehealth. I have so many different forms. And so do we at HSI. We have therapists there that will be able to walk you through. You'll be able to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all on you. You do have people that can help you. And that's why I came to HSI.
Well, and you've been doing such a wonderful job at HSI. You currently have a program that's going on right now. I'd like to pull up if you don't mind.
Yes.
It's called this.
Erase an eviction from your record.
Right.
So I tell everybody.
Are we talking about criminal record?
No, this is for housing.
Evictions.
Evictions.
Okay. Right.
So
Okay.
everybody has known somebody in their time.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at one right here who has been evicted from their apartment at
Right.
some point in time. And why were they evicted? Different stories for different people.
Mm-hmm.
My case was I got injured at the job and blew out both of my arms. They said I would never be able to write again. They said I would never be able to wipe my own behind.
So, but tell me when is this and when is
erase
that?
an eviction. We are going to get it up off your record. We have the Illinois Certified Board coming down to help us. Help you get these evictions erased off of your record so that when you go apply for your next apartment, you'll be able to get it.
So when are these programs?
It's going to be on March 22nd at 4133 West on Madison
In Garfield Park.
in Garfield Park. Come
At the
on.
Wellness Triage Center.
At the Wellness Triage Center.
Yeah.
And we'll be there on March 22nd from 12 to 4 and on March 24th from 5 to 8.
Okay.
Both days at the Wellness Triage Center at 4133 West
So
on
do the
Madison.
folks have to register for this program?
You do. You go to icbh.org.
Okay.
/ceiling.
So is there any requirements or any criteria in order to be involved in this?
Just have an eviction on your record.
Is it free?
It is free. Everything I do is free.
Okay.
I will never charge you a dime for anything that we run.
So on March the 22nd and March the 24th, for those of you who may be afraid because when you apply for apartments, they don't let you get them because you had this eviction on your record, and some of them, thank you Jesus, is on your record.
Right.
All right. but for some of you who
need that second chance.
who need that second chance, and we pray that you get it. Here's a chance for you to come and get these evictions off your record.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be dealing with people, lawyers, and different folks who would navigate you through this here to make sure that you get the kind of assistance you need. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Okay. So tell me some of the other things that Bobby Wright, I'm not Bobby Wright, forgive me. You know what I mean. No disrespect. I know Bobby Wright, Dr. Shafir, and I know
yes, I work
Donald
with them
Drew and
closely.
HSI. So we all in the same circle. So
Yeah.
maybe I was getting ready to talk specifically about the work that you all are doing, particularly in joint at the Wellness Center, because the one on Madison at 4133 West Madison, there's a joint initiative of a lot of mental health assistance, intervention and support, yoga, all kind of good stuff going on with the collaboration of two of our elder agencies in the community. HSI Habilitative Systems Inc. and the Bobby E. Wright Center, which anyone that knows the Bobby E. Wright Center has a history of dealing with substance abuse and mental health services for people of color, particularly African Americans. Right. And so Donald and his vision with Dr. Shafir came up with some of the community, and community shared some ideas about what we need in the community. And so our elders took it up because they had the mentality and they had the staff to take it to the next level.
That's right.
But we thank God that we have it in our community, and we don't want you to let people think just because some Johnny-come-latelys might be doing some stuff in the neighborhood now that there has not been anything going on in the neighborhood before them, because that is not the case. The West Garfield Park and other West Side agencies have been collaborating for years. And we're going to continue to collaborate.
I didn't even know it was a West Garfield Park Council until recently. See? Been on the west side for 35 years and never knew it.
Well, it is what it is.
The opportunities you get when you're out there in that van.
But you got to be out there.
You got to get out there.
But the point that we're making is we don't work in silos, and we don't work in trying to isolate ourselves from our partners. The way we work in the collaboration of teamwork. And we know that teamwork can make the dream work. That's our motto, and we believe it, and we're we are transparent, and we believe in working together, and that's what we will do. And we will call you out if you're not true to the call. We will let people know that you're not who you say you are, and ain't none of us always say we are, but be who you say you are. All right?
That's it.
All right?
To thine own self be true.
Yeah, just be who you say you are. Now, we know you ain't everything and can do everything, so don't plan to tell everybody you can do it and you know you can't do it. We're just saying, when you come to the table with us, understand that we're veterans in the game. We're veterans in the community, and we welcome you standing on our shoulders.
I promise you I need some new blood up in there.
Listen, stand on my shoulders, because Lord knows I'm ready to get into the east and succeed this thing on over here to these young folks.
I see the horizon.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to take it to the east and be on the advisory board and the leadership of all of this stuff we do, and let these young bloods and this young energy come on up there and take it to the next level. I'm prepared for it because I've did my work. Servant well done. Now, let's go to the next question. All right. So, you work for HSI?
Yes, I do.
You like working for HSI?
I love it.
What is your role or your position at HSI, and what are your duties there?
Okay, so I am considered a community engagement specialist. And all that is I go out into the different communities and let you all know what services I can help you get. Mm-hmm. Once you come on board with HSI, you HSI family. And it doesn't matter which house you are in, whether you in my senior houses, my halfway houses, or in my residential houses.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you are, if once you come into HSI, you family. And that's what Miss Beauty gonna treat you like until you show me otherwise.
Well, Beauty, I know that to be true, and even though they gave you a title,
Titles is just that. It's words.
It's nothing. I'm a minister, and I do love the Lord, and I do worship the Lord. But people always have this statement. So what in the ministry? And I keep trying to explain to them, if you read the Word of God, the Word of God, it gives you the different levels,
Right.
Minister, pastor, teacher.
Correct.
And so on, apostles and bishops and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I'll be trying to explain to these folk, that's nothing but another level of service.
That's it. Every level a little higher.
That's it. All we are servants for social change. Is just the different levels of our service.
It is.
So don't get caught up in the labels, please, y'all.
A title is just that, a title. Who you are, you make the title.
So
you
please,
either make it or you break it.
but I don't want to miss out on some of the other stuff you got. So,
So-
because I keep talking to you all the time. So listen. Also, tomorrow we want to acknowledge our young people. Our young people are going out to just escape out in LaGrange, Illinois. They're getting ready to do some quality time with each other with some great events, split personalities, know yourself, working on young youth and development and leadership, and some youth planning and retreat. And it would be tomorrow. They'll be going out for a time for themselves. It would be just for the young people.
I
in
wish
the
I
group.
was young again.
Well, you are still young at heart.
That's about it.
Yeah, but this is for those ones from 16 to 24.
Oh, so my son young enough to go. Okay.
Yeah, so we would encourage your son to get in our program. Also, again, I say to you on the 28th, we're doing the Community and Police Town Hall meeting number 3 with our special guest, Superintendent Brown, Chief Cato, and others. I don't want to cut up no names,
nobody,
but
right.
there's a whole lot of folks coming. We got a whole lot of folks collaborating. And then we're working currently on the planning and strategy on our annual pre-Easter celebration and food giveaway.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we would be giving away
Them
hundreds of...
babies was tearing, my grandbabies was fighting them kids for them Easter eggs last year.
Well, we need your help this year because we want to do the same thing again.
I'm ready.
And we're going to have folks we're going to pass out bags of food with meat products and, produce and all that other good stuff.
Okay.
At Clark Park, 4615 West Jackson. So we're waiting on folks now to call us and let us know who want to be actively involved. We've got invitations going out to Food for Friends, Rush Hospital,
Okay.
HSI, West Care, Loretta Hospital, to name a few folks who have confirmed that they want to be a part of this. And we do know that the 11th District is involved.
Exactly.
We know the Commissioner's Office involved, the Police Department is involved. HSI, again, if I mention it, I'll mention it again. But all of us are collaboratively working together.
Don't forget that woman to say
And of course, forgive me, the Queen, Ebony Russell from Women of Self-Love is involved. I'm trying to read out these folks, but I'm trying to get
But the reason why I said don't forget that, because us as women, we forget to love on ourselves.
Okay, well, love on yourselves.
I'ma
Come
love on myself.
But let's do this. See, you missed all of these folks now, right?
I did.
So, but let's do this again. So I'm saying to you, let me put the flyer up so everybody can see. Let me do better than that, So I can't call off all this stuff on the line right
it's
now.
a lot
But
of
I'm telling you, it's a lot of us. We got breakthrough. We got different
And this is what you call collaboration, ain't it?
It is collaboration. However, I was talking again about the Easter event.
Right.
This event is a free event. All of them are free. However, this event, we're not requesting donations.
Right.
Because this is an event for the young people that we're focusing on to talk to the superintendent and his brass.
Right.
On the Easter event, we're requesting donations.
Let me see that flyer.
No, leave it there because I'm reading it over there. But we're looking for donations for folks before you even put the flyer out. This
Okay.
is just a draft. It's not the flyer
That's
going
not the
out.
final. Okay.
No, that's just a draft of waiting on people. But I needed to have my bullet points.
Confirmations, yes.
Yeah, so we can know who would be on the flyer. But we do know that HSI confirmed.
Yes.
West Care confirmed, Food for Friends confirmed, Rush Hospital confirmed, Loretta Hospital confirmed. I'm talking about that they was going to be
Be there.
having a table and that they will be donating So what we're trying to do now is get those folks that can help make this event happen, because you need resources to make it happen. We need folks to come out and do COVID testing. We need folks to come out and give away the kits for COVID.
Okay.
We need folks to come out from
COMED kits,
Yes,
right.
home kits. We need folks to come out from COMED and give out light bulbs and power surges and things of that nature.
Because it's things like that. And you know what? We forget that sometimes you might not need it, but your neighbor do, and they too proud to come out and get it.
Absolutely.
So don't be scared to take it so that you can bless somebody else.
Well, and that's what we want to do. That's why we're trying to make sure before we put a lot of stuff out there, that people that's going to be out there are going to be out there to serve the people, all right? Because that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it because some of us who have a little bit more can give a little bit more. And I'm not knocking Ukraine, don't get me wrong, but I got a Ukraine
right
in
here.
my neighborhood.
I promise you.
All right, and I can use some of those dollars to bring some of these folks from living up under the viaduct and to stop the violence with some of these kids killing kids.
Yep.
No disrespect to Ukraine. I wish you well. I wish all of you all can do as much help as you can do. But I'm asking you to help our babies right now.
That's it.
The weather's changing. Folks are shooting each other at record numbers already.
Yep.
I'm asking you, let's think about public safety and public awareness and address some of our mental illnesses right now.
My son lost a friend of his a couple of weeks ago right down the corner of Austin and Madison. 19 years old, shot 3 times in the chest. I've been out here a long time, and I've never seen babies leaving us
Let
at
me do
this
that
rate.
one more time, too, while you brought that up. Go ahead and keep talking.
He was 19, went into the store to get a pop and came out, and his mother is now suffering.
Okay.
Right.
So
That's hard.
So, and Beauty, I feel you, because I know how it is. I'm going to tell you something in a little while when we get ready to leave about the young man, Demetrius, who was shot, who was killed over off of Thomas and Central and burnt in a garbage can.
I remember that one.
So I'm with that family. That family is part of our church, and we're doing what we can to try to bring about to increase or to provide additional immediate support for the witness protection program.
Yep.
Because our people are being threatened because they're trying to stand up. But anyway, let me go back.
Yep.
Listen, on next Thursday would be 24th, we will be having a gentleman coming in from the Chicago Yacht Club who will be educating our young people on how to get jobs in boating. So we're about to provide jobs for young people in boating between the ages of 16 to 24. If you're interested in learning how to work the boats at Wendella, Cruise Master, all the other boats downtown that are doing businesses, we're getting ready to take you online and show you how to do online. We're going to take you back out there to learn how to drive yachts and sailboats and all that good stuff. But this is for jobs. So we're going to have a guest on our Zoom line next week who will be educating us and taking our young people online to apply for these jobs. And the boating season starts up in April.
Right.
So we want to get you all in there acclimated so that when you get out of school, and those of you who may be able to do it while you're in school or out of school and can have, the physical stamina to deal with it.
Right.
Because we don't want, you will get your background check, you will get drug tested because you'll be messing with boats.
Exactly.
So if you're not physically ready for that type of for that job, we suggest that you don't apply, don't partake, because we want to make sure that you can keep the job.
And we'll help you find something that you are able to do.
Yeah, but not this.
Right.
But you can still come on over there and deal with us on some of our other issues and programs that we have at Fathers Who Care with our youth counselor. And we're going to encourage you to try to refrain from some of those illegal drugs that you're taking, so that when you go out there to get a job and they ask you for a drug test, you can get tested. Back to you on HSI. Yes. HSI is located on the west side and the Inglewood community.
Yep.
And we got erasure eviction coming up on the 22nd and the 24th. You all got
but we also have, and I need everybody to listen, we need you all to get out and register to vote.
Right.
So we are having a March Madness right now with HSI. And we are doing a voters registration drive and community outreach opportunities. We will be Sunday, March 20th at Ida B. Wells event. at 161 North Jefferson. On Monday, March 21st at Westside NAACP at the Sankofa. Tuesday, March 22nd, we will be at the Westside Triage Center, which is the same time as this eviction. So come on and get your eviction erased and register to vote.
So we got to go right now. So Beauty, give us your phone number at your office so if folks want to get in touch with you, they can call you over there.
It is 773-261-2252.
Again, the number is 773.
261-2252.
So listen, God bless you all, and thank you all for tuning in tonight. You see that we have a wealth of information to share with you. If you need additional information, log on to fatherswhocare.org or call us at 773-287-5821. It is our pleasure to serve, and serving is what we do. So if you need us, come on out and talk to us. This is Self-Reliance Month, Self-Care, Self-Love Month, and we're asking you to know your mental health status. God bless you,
God bless you.
and we'll see you on the other side. Good night.
Good night.